Are you ready?
Hey peeps, how's it going? And yes, I am still sick and it sucks, but the time this is uploaded, I should be on vacation, so hopefully I can feel better. But today we're back talking some more, I should say, ramblings, rumors. I feel like we're in high school again talking about all these rumors, but I love it. About how the Pistons can get Mike Conley for real this time. But before we talk about that, I want to thank you guys for 1,400 subscribers. That is crazy. Thank you guys from the bottom. We got there so fast. It seems just yesterday we were at 1,300. So I mean, we gained 100 subscribers just like that. So thank you guys. It means the world to me. I'm glad people are watching and enjoying themselves. But let's talk about how the Mike Conley thing can work. So depending on how the draft is going, we have some speculations. If Zion stays in the draft, there's been some rumors he's talking about going back to Duke and not playing for New Orleans. But potentially that could change all of this. But I think, there's a lot of money on the table. The Pelicans needed this jolt. So I think he's going to stay. So that should be the number one pick. The Pelicans should get him. However, they are talking, the Memphis Grizzlies are going to take Ja. And I'm going to call him Ja Rule. And that's no disrespect, but Ja Rule did get buried by Eminem and 50 Cent. For those of you guys who don't know your 2000 rap battles, look at that. But Ja is going to go to Memphis, what it sounds like. Which means the Grizzlies have two options, because even if they take Ja, they aren't going to be making the playoffs this season. They just had a lot of change and they're not ready to compete yet. They're close. Memphis is going to be very, very close, and getting Ja is a huge building block. Some players said he's the most talented player in the draft, and only time's going to tell. But nonetheless, you're getting that player of caliber that you're looking to give the franchise keys to. And right now, that's Mike Conley. Mike Conley's got the keys. So the two options, number one, which is the least likeliest, is to keep Mike Conley and kind of do what the NFL does and sit the quarterback for a season, and then slowly start putting him in and have him run off the bench. I don't see that one happen. That doesn't happen in the NBA. Usually in the NBA, if you're good, you're going to be starting. Very rarely does an NBA team groom superstars. It happens every once in a while, but the expectations aren't there. This guy is, like I said, supposed to be the most talented player in the draft. So they're going to want to incorporate him right off the get-go. So that only leaves us with the next option, is to trade Mike Conley. Now, would I like to have Mike Conley here? Certainly. But I am not giving them Luke Kennard, a first-round draft pick. Both. Now, you could part ways with one or the other, but I'm not going to put both. Now, what Memphis was asking for at the deadline was insane and crazy. But now you could maybe throw them some couple expiring contracts. They are probably going to want a first overall pick. Do you part ways with the 15th overall pick? Personally, I do not. I do not give away that 15th pick. And I don't think it's because, we're going to get anything terrific out of the pick. I mean, Giannis and Kawhi both went at 15. So, there's always potential of someone falling. And, with Dwayne Casey and his mindset of developing younger talent, I really do not want to trade away first-round draft picks. I really don't. I'm not really a big fan of doing that, because first-round draft picks are your escape from mediocrity, and we've been mediocre for forever. So how do we get Mike Conley then, if we aren't parting ways with that? If you're going to be serious about this, you could trade away next year's first-round overall pick, Because if you're going to get Mike Conley, you are going to be in the playoffs, and you're going to have right around the same draft positioning as you do this year. Now, is next year going to be deeper in the draft? I don't know. But obviously, Reggie Jackson is going to be involved in the trade for an expiring contract. John Lure is going to be probably a part of the trade as someone Memphis could probably buy out, which could work out best for both teams. Because for Memphis doing this deal and those 2 expiring contracts, depending on how good Ja has this season, it might draw some interest. It might draw some interest from free agents to come play in Memphis. Because Memphis is similar to Detroit. Not a whole lot of people will want to go there in free agency, especially bigger names. So you really have to pay people. So taking 2 expiring contracts and 2 decent players, obviously Lure's the worst of them, but it clears up room for Memphis for next season. At the same time, it clears up room for the Pistons to make something happen. I guess it wouldn't really for the Pistons, because acquiring Mike Conley's contract is pretty much going to take up those 2 contracts. But, him and Reggie's are going to be pretty close and getting rid of Lure's. So, everything should balance out there. Mike Conley's got a huge contract. Again, I'm not sure how many years he's got left. I think it might be 1 or 2 at the max. I should have done the research before I have on the video, but it is what it is. So, this trade is more likely than the Pistons moving up and getting the 4th or the 7th pick with Chicago, or the Lakers, which I dropped earlier in the week. So go check that out if you didn't. This one's a little bit more serious and realistic, because Memphis is going to be moving on from Mike Conley. He's been someone we've been trying to get for a long time. So trade rumors are crazy right now. Currently, you get the 2 conference finals going on, and they're talking about making where you could talk to free agents and sign free agents sooner rather than later. So these rumors are going to be flying off the freaking wall. So if you got seatbelts, buckle yourselves in, because this is going to be a crazy offseason. Regardless if you're on the Pistons or not, someone's getting traded. People are going places. It is going to be fun and entertaining, to say the very least. So with that being said, like I said, I love to have Mike Conley here. Absolutely would. He could help the Pistons right away. The problem with Mike Conley, he's injury prone. And with Blake Griffin, you can't really have 2 of your best 3 players have injuries, because Drummond's proven that he needs guys to be around him to be good. I mean, it's only fair. It's not like Drummond's a superstar. I mean, he's an all-star. He's a great player, but he needs help. So having your 2 best players around him always hurt. To contradict that, the Pistons do have one of the best medical staffs and training facilities around the league to help prevent injuries. So, that's something that could help Mike Conley. I mean, Blake Griffin played almost all of the games this season until the very end. So, the Pistons are doing something right. But, again, I love to have Mike Conley. Tell me if you guys would like to have Mike Conley. Send me your trade offers for Mike Conley. If you don't want him, let me know why you don't want him. With that being said, that's all I got for you guys. So Instagram, Twitter, links in the description. Check those out, and I'll see you peeps in the next one. Peace.